In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Julie Anderson, 18-276. Not sure what she's charged with.
Judge, she has a case on the revocation docket and then has a new case on Division 4 that forms part of the basis for the petition to revoke.
If I may approach, Your Honor, she's made application in the 18-276 case. We would represent her currently in the revocation as well.
I'm appointed to Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're appearing for an arraignment. How does she plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. Waive before I'm reading the information.
I'll provide Mr. Gibson with a copy of our file.
I'll have her appear before Judge Webb on August 31st.
Judge, if I could, I would ask that we move Mrs. Anderson's new case to Division 3 because that's where her revocation lies. If Judge Webb has no objection, and I would like to address bond in the revocation case, if I may.
Well, hold on a minute. What is the number of the revocation?
1623.
1623.
In 1623, she's being held on no bond. I'll say the bulk of the allegations in 1623 are the new charges there is absconding, non-reporting, and non-payment. Also in the petition, in the revocation, she has a $10,000 cash or professional bond in the new charge, which is a possession case. We would ask that $10,000 cash or pro stand for both cases.
According to the petition, the failures to report or notify a change of residence were from late last year, and then we have the new offense which occurred on June 4th. You know what was going on between...
She was on probation.
Yes, she was.
I'll set a $1,500 cash bond in the revocation.
In the revocation?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, we had discussed the possibility of moving that revocation hearing from today just because Mr. Gibson needs time to look at the file on the new charges. We're looking at the Friday docket after September 7th, if that would be acceptable to the court.
Judge, we'd waive the 60-day requirement.
Okay. When do you want it set?
Our Friday docket, that would be after September 7th.
September 21st.
If that's acceptable to the defense, that's what I'm proposing.
That works for the defense, and
Very well.
said would waive the 60-day requirement.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You may stand aside, ma'am. State versus Callie Mays, 18-291. You have a lawyer, ma'am?
Judge, if I may approach,
Yes, sir.
she's made an application, but these are the cases I show she's revocation cases.
Okay.
Have you filled out 3 applications, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
We already, okay. Judge, we've been appointed in a new case. And Judge, Mrs. Mays appeared last Friday in front of Judge Webb, and I'm not sure if she was arraigned or not. If she wasn't, we'd waive a formal reading in her plea of not guilty. I think she was scheduled today to get on a trial setting from this court.
She was not
In 18-291,
Correct,
she
Your Honor.
appeared. Okay, we'll enter a plea of not guilty, and we'll schedule the matter for trial.
And then on the second page, shows the revocation.
It's my understanding she was reappearing for attorney status on the revocation. She,
Okay, we appointed the public defender's office.
okay. I'll provide them with a copy of our file and all of her cases now.
Have those been set for hearing?
No, Your Honor, they have not yet.
We'll
She-
set them for September 7th, agreeable?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay,
And Judge, if she's not been arraigned on those, would enter a plea of not true.
okay, we'll have a hearing on September 7th on your revocations, ma'am.
Your Honor, could I have a bond today? I bonded out on my original charges. Could I have a
I
bond for
said-
revocation?
I set you bond $1,500 cash.
The best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Hi, I'm Clay Maxey for Clay Maxey Ford. What a blessing it is to be part of an all-American brand like Ford, built on the same values and traditions that we live by here in the Ozarks. And it's wonderful to be able to bring you the selection and services you and your family deserve. At Clay Maxey Ford, you can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
State versus Terry McIntyre, 18-299. It's a drug case.
I believe Mr. McIntyre is also appearing for attorney status.
Okay. You have a lawyer, sir?
No, sir. I'm trying to get one hired. I was going to see if I could get a bond reduction.
Okay, we'll enter.
So I could get a lawyer.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty in your case. I'll have you come back on September 7th at 9:30 for attorney status. And let me see what the allegations are. Does he have any priors?
If I can find his file, I'll be able to answer that question.
I guess more important for me is he on probation,
Your Honor, he's on parole status with us.
parole.
Yes.
Sir, I'm leaving the bond where it's at. You'd be better off
I
than,
think.
than me setting a bond for you. Okay, but return on September 7th. State versus Matthew Stennett, 17-267, leaving the scene of an accident involving personal injury.
Johnny Nichols represents the defendant. I believe we have a negotiated plea in the case. I have sent a plea statement to Mr. Nichols, and he's supposed to be going over that with Mr. Stennett.
Okay, we'll recall that case. He spoke to me about that earlier, I guess.
Yes.
We're going to transport him. You may stand aside, sir.
Thank you.
Something. At any rate, Gregory Dees, 18-271, fleeing, 3 counts, controlled substances, battery, several other charges.
Judge, we've been appointed in Mr. D's case. I think he's just here for a reappearance. We were appointed last Friday to represent Mr. Dees. There's no issues to take
Okay.
up at this time. I think
All right.
Mr. Dees is making an attempt to get into Care Ministries, but at this point, we don't have an agreement with the state.
Okay. You may stand aside, sir. Thank you. State versus Haley Triplett, 18-225. And she also has 18-295.
Judge, if I may approach, she's made application.
Ma'am, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Looks like your trial in 18-225 set for February 19th, that trial period. Let me see the other. Same date, okay. You may stand aside, thank you. State versus Daniel Hill II, 18-110, drugs and firearms, theft by receiving, firearms for certain persons.
Judge, Mr. Hill has this case, and he also has a revocation. It's not on for today, but we could just leave a schedule to no issues to take up in
Okay.
18-110.
You may stand aside, sir. Thank you. State versus Michael McElroy, 18-235, burglary, theft of property, driving on a canceled license.
Judge, we were appointed to represent Mr. McElroy last week. I believe he's been arraigned, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Looks like he may have entered a plea of not guilty on July 6th.
He did.
And I'm going to provide Mr. Gibson with a copy of our file.
We'll just leave it as scheduled. You may stand aside, sir. Aaron Smith, 18-186.
Judge, he's made an application if I can approach.
Okay, it's a drug case.
He set it for today. It's based on this new case, and we agreed to put it on, I forget which date.
Past 7th, the 21st.
Either one.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Judge, we would ask to transfer this 186 case to the Division 3. He has 2 pending revocations that he had.
That's already been done.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize, Your Honor. He also, Mr. Smith also has CR 17204 and CR 16285 on the revocation docket today. Because we've been recently appointed in Mr. Smith's case, I would ask that we continue, and the state has agreed to continue Mr. Smith's hearing until the September 21st date. If that's agreeable with the court.
Very well.
As I explained to Mr. Gibson, I found out yesterday that Mr. Smith had his appearance in front of Judge Webb and was set for hearing today, so it's a little bit of short notice for both of us, but we'll be ready on that September date.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You may stand aside, sir.
May I speak real quick?
Well, go ahead.
All right, last week, Judge Webb, OR'd me on as long as the Campbell would stand on my bonding,
All right.
for all this, and, I was just making sure that y'all could, maybe say it again, because yesterday in misdemeanor court, they said that they would make their mind up on releasing me as long as y'all did stand on that, what y'all said last week.
Well, let me see. Let me go back to it and I'll see what was said here. Do you have any knowledge of that?
Judge, I see a conditions of bond that was file marked on August 20th.
They said the fellow could get a hold of the Judge Kirkpatrick.
That's correct.
And Judge Webb did sign a conditions of bond order on August 17th, filed for record August 20th. That does reflect all 3 docket numbers. It says $10,000 reinstated if Campbell will stay on bond.
Okay, well, I guess you can get in touch with the bonding company.
Okay.
That's what-
And what about the bailiff getting a hold of Kirkpatrick for me?
What about it?
The bailiff right here, he was in court with me. He could explain it better probably.
Well, I tell you what, this is not the place to talk about that. Talk with your attorney about it and they can work it out.
Okay, all right.
Wesley Tilton, 18-249, possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia, and fleeing.
He wants us to think that the judge is addressing only our charges. Right. Gotcha.
You have a lawyer, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Jason Russell.
Your Honor, I conversed by phone and email with Mr. Robb yesterday regarding Mr. Tilton's cases, and Mr. Robb advised me that he has been retained on Mr. Tilton's other 3 cases, but not on this most recent one.
Okay. You need to talk to Mr. Robb, it sounds like, sir.
You sure are.
I'll have you come back on September 7th for attorney status, 9:30.
You sure are.
Thank you. State versus Leslie Turner, 18-157, failure to register.
Good morning, Your Honor. There's been previously a motion filed for a psychological evaluation on fitness to proceed. Order's been entered. We're waiting a date on that.
Okay.
There's also a revocation hearing pending, but I ask that we've already waived the 60 days. I ask the court to continue that until the evaluation is completed.
Is the revocation hearing set for today?
It's set today.
It may have been previously set before the forensic were requested.
Well, we'll continue. Has he had an exam yet?
No, we're waiting on the date, Your Honor. I met with him in jail yesterday. Still have not received the date. I don't know if the state had been notified or anything at this point.
I'll continue the matter till, you think September 21st might do it?
That'd be fine. Your
Okay,
Honor.
September 21st. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Mr. Turner?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, be reset till September 21st, pending your exam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Tasha Watt, 17-157. It's a drug case.
Judge, Mrs. Watt has a plea deal that's going to have to be taken up in front of Judge Webb. It'll be a drug court plea. If we could have her set to appear next Friday in front of Judge Webb. I believe he's here next Friday.
Very well.
Yes. She's been screened and accepted and approved.
August 31st, 8:30. You may stand aside, ma'am.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Joshua Brazel, 17-181, sexual assault.
Mr. Brazel was, I believe, arrested on a failure to appear that was issued in this case on June 29th. The state has amended the information to include a felony charge for failure to appear. Ben Burnett represents Mr. Brazel.
All right.
Judge, I believe that case had previously been transferred to Division 4, or no?
No.
Okay, well, we'll enter a plea of not guilty.
And Judge, I think Mr. Brazel just needs reset for a trial date.
We'll do it and send it out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you have some supplemental discovery? Ben, is it okay if I go ahead and provide that to you? It's a couple of crime lab reports that came in during his non-appearance. he's a felony.
You may stand aside, sir.
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I spoke with Campbell, and he said he would honor my bond if you would reinstate it, and he was telling me that...
You've got another bond set. We'll leave it at that.
I didn't know I had a bond. Your Honor.
$25,000, sir. That's what you made originally?
I bonded on that once already.
Okay, well, that's what it is again.
And Campbell said he would honor it if you would reinstate it for me.
Campbell Bonding can honor a bond, Your Honor, but the problem is Mr. Brazel's not honoring his orders to appear before this court.
It was just that it was a miscommunication between me and my public defender. I thought my court date was July 30th, and the court date in between there that I didn't know about.
Well, talk to your lawyer about it. He can talk to the prosecutor. If they can work out something, I'll consider it. You got to come to court. 18-13 State versus Matthew Robertson, drug fraud.
He's made application, if I may approach, Your Honor.
Your Honor, there was a show cause served on Campbell Bonding in this case earlier this year. Robert Campbell appeared on May 11th and had asked for additional time to locate Mr. Robertson, but apparently he has been found.
Okay. When's it set for trial? Or is it right now?
I'm not sure it is at this point.
Just schedule it for trial. Let's see what the allegations are. I'll set a $1,500 cash bond in the case. We'll schedule for trial.
Man, it looks like this is the beginning.
You may stand aside, sir. 18-220 Corey Skiles, firearms for certain persons. He also has 16-249, 17-309, 18-71.
Your Honor, he had previously pled to the court. A pre-sentence report was ordered. I received a copy of that report yesterday afternoon, forwarded a copy to Mr. Pasting. He advised me that he may be having to move for a continuance of today's appearance due to a conflict with another court appearance. He needed additional time to review the report.
Okay.
That's my understanding, Your Honor. Mr. Pastings, because of the quick turnaround on the report, asked for the court to continue this to September the 7th.
Yes, that's
Very
my
well.
understanding too.
And we'll continue to September 7th then. You may stand aside, sir. State versus Johnny Aldridge, 18-253.
Judge, if I may approach Mr. Aldridge's main application.
Okay. So I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You appear for an arraignment.
Judge would waive a formal reading the information or a plea of not guilty.
Okay, we'll enter that plea and we'll send out a trial date, jury trial date to your attorney. Stay in contact with the Public Defender's Office. You're free to go. State versus Michael Badley, 18-275, possession of controlled substances. You're appearing for attorney status. Who's your lawyer,
I
sir?
filled out an application with the public defender last.
Okay. We'll take a look at it. Okay, I don't,
This case had already been tried and dismissed once.
Judge, we would represent Mr. Bradley, and there's a little confusion. He thinks he just has one case. We'll go ahead and enter our plea. We'll double-check our file and see if there's only
Okay.
one case, because I know we had been appointed on him.
okay, we'll enter plea of not guilty, appoint the public defender. State versus Butch Cottle, 18-287, possession of controlled substances and paraphernalia.
If I may approach, Your Honor, he's made application.
Sir, I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you.
Judge would waive a formal reading of the charges and enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay, if we haven't already, we'll schedule it for trial.
Your Honor?
Stay in contact with your lawyer, yes, sir.
Can you check on one other case involving Mr. Cottle that's filed in Boone County?
I can.
It's a revocation case, 2016-64.
16-64. Says the hearing is scheduled for August 31st.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and provide Mr. Gibson with a copy of our file in that case as well. Has he? Okay.
Free to go, sir.
Thank you.
Amber Johnson, 18-286, possession of controlled substance, obstructing governmental operations. You have a lawyer, ma'am?
No, sir.
Are you going to hire a lawyer?
I filled out the application for it while I was incarcerated.
Okay, we'll take a look at that if we can find it. Y'all have that.
Judge, we said, when we picked him up as of yesterday afternoon, we didn't have one for her.
Well, if you give her one, I'll recall your case, ma'am. Timothy Oler, 18-296, theft of property, driving on suspended.
If I may approach, Your Honor, he's made application.
Sir, I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Guess he needs to be arraigned.
Waive a formal reading of the information and a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll enter that plea, and I'll have him appear before Judge Webb on August 31st at 8:30. Free to go, sir. State versus Tiffany Summers, 18-293, aggravated assault.
Judge, I believe Ms. Summers here for the purpose of arraignment would enter a plea of not guilty, waive a formal reading of the information. We've been appointed.
Very well. We've issued a scheduling order. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Shelby Black, 18-191, possession of controlled substance, driving unsuspended.
Judge, she's here for pretrial. There are no pretrial issues to take up at this point. Just leave it as scheduled for trial in November, please.
Very good. You're free to go. Melissa Mellencamp, 18-229, possession of controlled substances and paraphernalia.
Yes.
Melissa Mellencamp.
Okay. All right. We'll see if she shows up.
Okay, this warrant shall issue bond forfeit. Give notice to the surety. Shayla Sailors, 18-207.
Judge, Mrs. Sailors is here for pretrial and no pretrial that she's taken up. Still got scheduled for trial in November, I believe.
Very good. You're free to go, ma'am. State versus Lyle Tafford III, 18-169. Drugs and firearms, controlled substances, fictitious tags.
Judge, Mr. Tapper is here as well for pretrial. No pretrial issues to take up at this point.
Very well, sir. You're free to go. Rhonda Turner, 18-193, possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, some vehicle-related charges. Rhonda Turner. Hey, this warrant shall issue, bond forfeit, give notice to any surety. State versus Jennifer Stockman, 12-269, theft of property. I guess this is for hearing later on. Mr. Gibson represents you.
What's the charge number?
I think it's on something to do with the probation.
Yes.
So we'll have.
I thought you said theft of property.
Right. Well, that was the original charge.
Okay.
But we'll have a hearing later on.
Judge, I don't show that we've been appointed in this case.
Well, might fill out an application. I think you gotta have them within 5 days or something, is that right? Unless you waive the right to the hearings.
I just started Thursday,
Started what?
this process.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a hearing unless you wanna waive some time. And
I've got my paperwork together, but I would like some legal, I would like to talk to some legal.
fill out an application to
Not
public.
necessarily these guys, Your Honor.
Well,
I'm not saying
the-
anything
It's
that.
all right, Jennifer.
That's not what I meant at all.
the
I would like
rules-
to have you for a public defender
rules sa-
also.
The rule says I gotta have a hearing within so many days, and I'm gonna have it unless there's some agreement otherwise.
I believe it's fine. I agree to that.
Okay? We'll call you later.
So stay today.
I would.
Okay, yes, sir.
State versus Amber Wierzak, 18-265, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Judge, we've been appointed in Mrs. Wierzak's case. I think she was here for attorney status, maybe.
Okay. Okay, if we haven't already, we'll send out a trial schedule. Stay in contact with the Public Defender's Office.
Yes, sir.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Hi, I'm Clay Maxey for Clay Maxey Ford. What a blessing it is to be part of an all-American brand like Ford, built on the same values and traditions that we live by here in the Ozarks. And it's wonderful to be able to bring you the selection and services you and your family deserve. At Clay Maxey Ford, you can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Court will call 2018-148, State of Arkansas versus Christopher James Thibodeau.
Judge, there's no action to take.
Is he? What's the number of the other case?
2018-247.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. In the case that I called, 2018-148, that's on the trial schedule for the week of November 5th, with a pretrial on September 28th. Let's see what the other one says. Don't want anything to fall through the cracks. No, it's a Division 4 case as well. The other case is set for under standing scheduling order that has some reappearing in November 16th. Pretrial is April 19th of 2019. May 3rd is a plea deadline, and trial is during the week of May 6th. So we've got them on two different scheduling orders. Mr. Thibodeau, your next appearance in court is September 28th in the older of your two cases. All right. You may be excused.
Thank you.
2018-152, State of Arkansas versus Braden Thomas Cornelius.
This is the one where he stabbed his roommate or something in the leg over. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, you agreed to do a $20,000 to $40,000 bond on him. Or no, it was a $20,000 bond. You and I talked about this one. He's at $75,000 right now.
Gentlemen, this was a review hearing today. Have we got discovery complete? Case moving forward?
Judge, it appears it's complete, and I've spoke with the state on a bond reduction, and I believe the state's in agreeing to reduce his bond to $20,000 with no contact with the victim. Chris says he'd take 10 years probation. First time offender, and none of the witnesses will testify. That's one of the victims. She won't testify. She won't be there. No, she won't. Sit on me, girl. She'll disappear.
Is that the agreement with the state?
Judge, yes, his bond can be reduced to $20,000.
Bond
No
is-
contact, the court's earlier order on the bond was stay in touch with your public defender and no contact with any of the victims.
All right. Mr. Cornelius, the court is accepting the agreement that's been worked out for you by your attorney. Your bond is being reduced to $20,000 cash or professional bond. That will be conditioned upon your having no contact with the alleged victims in your case, and you're to have you're to get in touch and stay in touch. You're ordered by the court to get in touch and stay in touch with your public defender. What that means is as soon as you get out, I want you to contact the public defender's office and schedule an appointment, and then keep that appointment and get in to see the public defender, all right?
Yes, sir.
You have a pretrial set on September 28th. That's your next appearance in court.
Yes, sir.
All right, you may be excused.
Thank you very much, sir.
2018-205, State of Arkansas versus Amanda Snelson.
Judge, she's made application.
Okay.
Who's this? Amanda Snelson.
Court's making the appointment of the public defender's office to represent Ms. Snelson.
When they pick her up.
Review the court file. The court does not appear that Ms. Snelson has appeared to be arraigned at this point. If I'm wrong, I'd like to be corrected, but I don't see that she has.
That would be correct. She didn't appear on June 29th, and the bondsman assured us she would be here 7/20. She was not here on 7/20.
Ms. Nelson, you're
It's a Division III case, yeah.
you're charged with unauthorized use of narcotic drugs, possession of controlled substance. That's an unclassified felony. Possession of controlled substance, Class D felony. Possession of controlled substance, a separate Class D felony, and shoplifting. Those are the charges against you. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
That plea of not guilty is noted. This case is scheduled by scheduling order. No, it's not.
It's a Judge Pupman case.
Oh. Well, then All right. You're right. So I'll order you to reappear on the 24th of August in front of Judge Putman to be given a trial date.
Your Honor, may I get a bond, please?
Gentlemen, what's the issues on bond?
I'm fine with the bond. Has she had any priors? I doubt it. She's like 20. Yeah. I don't know. I know some 20-year-olds that are pretty crappy. Yeah, misdemeanor.
She apparently was previously on a $1,500 bond.
Judge, that's correct. I'm looking at the Harrison District Court records. Apparently, she had a failure to appear on January 31st, and they suspended her license, and she paid a reinstatement fee, so I guess she took care of that. And then she had another failure to appear maybe April 18th, and she paid a reinstatement fee and completed that on May 30th.
Well, based on her failures to appear in the past, the court's going to set the bond at $5,000 cash or pro.
Oh, never mind. We got it. Let's see.
She's not on probation, is she?
No. Well, if she is, it's the district court, but
No.
since the underlying charge appears to be a no seat belt, I suspect that she is not on probation, especially since she's paid the
You're talking
reinstatement
about the
fees.
underlying case in the district court case?
Yes.
Yes, revocation.
She is not on adult
Felony court probation.
probation. She is 26 years old.
No. Bond will be reset for her at this point at $5,000 cash or professional bond.
Thank you.
Your next court appearance date. Well, I'm going to set this down by scheduling order.
No, Judge, this is Judge
No,
Putman's case.
I keep trying to set it that. All right. Your next court date is August 24th. You need to be there. If you bond out, it's your responsibility to be there. If you don't, another warrant will issue, and you'll end up right back where you are right now. All right. You may be excused.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Do you ever find yourself dreading a trip to the grocery store because of all the hassle? We don't think it has to be that way. There are lots of perks to shopping small. You can park closer to the entrance. There are typically shorter checkout lines. Friendly faces greet you and are happy to help you find what you're looking for, and you're directly supporting your neighbors and community. At Nature's Wonders, we invite you to come find out how convenient and affordable shopping small can be. Next to Thompson's Ace Hardware on Highway 65 in Harrison.
(2018-249) State of Arkansas versus Wesley Tilton. Mr. Tilton, are you represented by an attorney?
Judge, in 2018-81, 2018-27, and 2018-79, he's represented by Mr. Gibson. Has he completed a PD application for this case? Yes.
Okay. You need to fill out a separate application for this case. I can't find any record that he's been arraigned.
He has not.
Okay. Well, what you're here in front of the court today is to be arraigned on charges of possession with the purpose to deliver cocaine or methamphetamine, Class A felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class D felony, and fleeing, a Class C misdemeanor. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty.
I'm noting your plea of not guilty. This case is assigned to Judge Putman's docket. I'm ordering you to reappear in front of Judge Putman on August 24th. In the meantime, to get counsel appointed, as apparently you have counsel appointed in 3 other cases on Judge Putman's docket, you need to fill out another application with the Public Defender's Office, and it'll get processed, on August 24th, you'll have counsel when you appear before Judge Putman.
Judge, earlier the court set a $25,000 bond covering cases 1, 2, and 3. This current case...
Are you talking about Judge Putman did that? Or I did?
It's in my handwriting, so I suspect you did that. And we recommend a bond on the new case. Oh, he's lucky. It says $25,000 per Judge Webb. And Judge, from your note on the bond, I don't know if you were intended to include this or make an additional $25,000 bond.
I suspect I was trying to match them up, all 4, under that one $25,000 bond. I have no specific recollection of what I said or did. I see that on the originally, when this information was prepared, a very much lower bond was recommended. But if I've already ruled on those others, including this one, at $25,000, then that's what it'll be. And I'm not going to lower the bond. The bond's on Judge Putman. I mean, the cases are all on Judge Putman's docket. You can take up with him any reduction in bond.
Apparently, Jason Robb actually represents him, not the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. All right. You may be excused, sir.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you in part by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.